Okay, hello guys. This is today is to show you how to use the e-learning system. Okay, so basically you have to be a member of my website and be registered to a course. Okay, so I will load it from the beginning. Right, so I will give example of booster 2. Okay, so this course for instance. So you can only access it when you have a membership, which I provided you before. Okay, so you can switch to English if you prefer, but here Vietnamese, and you can start from the beginning. But if you want to access, let's say separated lessons, you can go from here. Okay, so they are in order. Okay, so module 8, and we are okay. So for example, you are currently in the review for progress test 3, and the today lesson, which I have posted a few minutes ago, like this. Okay, so you can click on it. Okay, but make sure you have to be registered and log in first. Okay, so yes, I'm looking in, and you can see here is a lecture. Okay, so actually it's an interactive lecturing note, and okay, so I will divide it into three different parts. Okay, so right here is the content. Okay, so this section here you can see is the content. But then within the content, there are many things which I will explain later. Okay, so this one here is the material which you may use with the content I posted. So right here, the PDF file, you can easily download it with by clicking into this button here. And okay, to your okay, so that's two junctions, right? So another ones I would call them navigational functions. Okay, so right here you can click on here, and it will show you the list of the following lectures, lessons, or visits, which may be before or after this lesson. Okay, so I call it this lesson because you see, if you see this paper icon here, it is a lesson. However, if they have the question icon here, they are widgets. Okay, so if you click onto widget, the display is totally different because that's when you need to test what you have studied so far. Okay, so for this one, for instance, because they have questions and they have timing, so when you start by clicking onto button Kodo, and there will be the timing, the timer will run. Okay, and yeah, you have to answer questions. So you see, the display is different. But today I was just cover the lecturing note. Okay, so I will go back, okay, to the lecturing note right here. Okay, the lecturing note can be the paper or the players, the video player buttoned accordingly to the content which I posted. Okay, so you can navigate from here, and if you have any questions related to this specific lesson, you can ask right away right here. And usually, if there are some questions already asked by another users, you can see them listed right here, but there's none currently. So you can ask by starting your questions. Okay, and those are navigational. And when you finish your lesson, just click onto Hoàn thành, which is finished in English. Okay, so let's focus on the content because there are many things that you can, let's say, navigate around or functions or doing many interactive activities. Okay, so let on this very left hand side me first, you see this block right here. Okay, so I will, okay, so this block right here, this whole block, okay, separate from the the right column on the screen. Okay, so this one, for you to be easier and to easier function and move around, I think it's better to make it full screen. Okay, when it is in full screen mode, okay, everything clearer. Okay, so it's actually a slide with interactive quizzes and questions. But a few things I must emphasize here, because within one content there are many different slides. Okay, so you must make sure that you have moved to the last slide, and usually the summary slide is the one to, let's say, to summarize your score, your achievement that you have made before, okay, so far with the slide. Okay, so here is a very typical listening a lesson in which I might demonstrate giving a lecture on class, and right here you can see the content, right? Okay, and here is a player which,
One.
okay, so you can play it. Okay, very basic, and this one is the wheezes. Okay, of course you have to listen and then answer it, but because this one is an automatic wheezes, so that's why, okay, it would automatically move to the next one again and onward. Okay, the same thing with other content, but that just many different widgets, but make sure that you move to the last of the slide, or else you may miss the content. And because the function of this platform is save your current state, whenever you left somewhere, let's say you left in slide number three, and maybe a couple of days later you come back and they are in slide number three, but then you forgot that you haven't finished slide number one, for instance. Okay, so that's what you must always check. Okay, so basically those are what typically around the slides. What else? I think you can also print it. Okay, so you can print it into paper, so it's easily to carry around with you. Okay, so this is like the notes which I have come up with, okay, according to specific lessons, okay. And these are, okay, I haven't put any content here, but I would do it during my in class sections, okay. Vocabulary list are also the same thing. And right here are the strip, okay, they are buttons, but when you push it or you click onto it, okay, so we see a pop-up here, which is a sweep. In this case, auto sweep. So you can, let's say, check your answers and listen to the speakers to what they specifically said. Okay, so those are very typical and basic functions of how you manipulate and move along with your lessons. Okay, so maybe next day we'll show you how to answer quizzes, how to manage your scores, etc. But today I think this is just enough. Okay, and most importantly, you have to click onto Huang Tan because it will save your progress while you study. Okay, so for anyone who are newcomer here, you can easily trace back to the very first lesson. Okay, because I started it in the very middle of, let's say, the class, the course. So I haven't updated the some previous modules. I started from module A, but all right, if you belong to the top IOS booster 2, and well, you are currently in module 9, and we have finished module 8. So if you meet few classes, you should go from, let's say, beginning, okay, right here, okay, and move from the very top to the very last of the curriculum. Okay, this is chương trình giáo dục, but it should be curriculum. So if you are the members, and you must be a registered member to view the content or to submit visits to have your scores analyzed and feedbacked. Or else, if you are just a guest or customers, meaning you haven't registered to my website and be authorized to a membership, you can only view those same two content, which is like the preview content, and those which I have not left the marked same two, which is not allowed to preview. Okay, so that's it for today tutorial, and thanks a lot for your attention.